Throughout its checkered history, Lebanon has been scarred by wars. But despite the recurring conflicts, or perhaps in part because of them, the country has a vibrant culinary culture, rich in heritage and diverse in nature. In the heart of Beirut, local producers gather each week to market regional produce. Souk El Tayeb was founded by Kamal Mouzawak, a social innovator passionate about food's potential to unite communities and to foster a sense of identity. Bringing together people of different regions, origins and beliefs, the market supports small-scale producers and celebrates their diversity.
Identity is really celebrating the local, celebrating here and now, and not at all in a folkloric way. It is what is the best contribution I'm bringing to life myself as a farmer, as a producer, through perpetuating the heritage of like any kind of craft or food production. So this pride and this recognition is very, very important for people to feel alive and to feel the importance of who they are and be proud of this heritage.
To help preserve Lebanese food traditions, Kamal opened Taouleh, a kitchen restaurant where producers from the market come to cook their regional delicacies. Taouleh means table and reflects the philosophy behind the ambition to champion talented cooks and their simple but inspired everyday cooking. Kamal's table is as rich a tapestry as the land that is Lebanon, with food that reflects the diverse social fabric that helps define the country's character.
Why to look at Lebanese food? Well, can something tell about a country better than food? You know, like, are we making a fight on something more than on a hummus? There's nothing that can tell about a country, its people, its land, and its tradition and history better than food.
Batroun is an hour away from Beirut, and the slightly cooler retreat where Kamal likes to entertain his friends and takes great pleasure in cooking for them himself.
So what I decided to do is like a stuffed calamar, and we have like beautiful calamar here, like big size calamar. So whenever I have like such beautiful pieces, I prefer to stuff them with rice and coriander rather than just like grill them or cook them as we do usually. What I did with the calamar is inventing a stuffing which is a variation of tabbouleh. It's a ton of green coriander, tomato, onion, hot pepper, lemon, it goes well with the taste of the fish, and rice instead of burghul. Lebanese summer cooking is a lot about like fresh ingredients. We eat a lot of tomatoes, a lot of salads. The tabbouleh itself is like just a fresh, very fresh salad with a lot of lemon. It's very refreshing in the summer season. But cilantro, green coriander, is very typical of the coastal cuisine in Lebanon, but not at all of the mountains. Traditionally, the mountain people did not even know about coriander. Their main aromatic herb is mint, rather, which is much more rustic, is mint, like rather than coriander itself. I adore markets because like a market is a window to people and to their traditions. A farmer's market means a place where the producers themselves came and are sharing with you their food production, their garden bounties or harvest, or what they have from their pantry. So it's the best expression of one's history, land and tradition. People should see cuisine more, like as a pleasureful part of life than a burden. This is why, to begin with, they should like eating. As I always say, if someone likes life, so one likes food, so one knows how to prepare food. Food is not about like just techniques. It is how to celebrate life in each and every single expression of life, just as this simple, slice of tomato. So it's nothing more than that. Well, just the rhythm of work can be a burden for some, but can be like therapeutic too at the same time. It's like a mantra, I love green pepper, and I like to add always a bit of spiciness to the cuisine. I never tasted to see if it's like very hot or not, and it's like the surprise. We'll see. Well, life cannot be but free form. When one listens to really his own heart and instinct, it's jazz music, it is free form writing, it is just looking what you have as ingredients and combining them together. When you're writing, you're combining words, or you're combining notes for music, or you're combining ingredients for food. So it's always how to listen to one's own instinct and heart and do the best you can of what you're doing. In Islam, they say every act is an act of adoration. If I'm preparing a calamar now, I'm not just preparing lunch. I'm just trying to do the best of some things that I have, of a calamar, of a bit of tomato, of coriander. It's the best I can. It's not the best ever, it's the best possible I can. I'm adding the lemon juice and cooked rice. 1 cup of rice and 1.5 cups of water. And letting it cool a bit, adding it to the rest. So it's always a mixture of herbs, tomato, onions, lemon, a lot of lemon, and some kind of grain. Quite lemony. Delicious. I get all my fish, my squid, and all the seafood from the fishermen around here. And especially for this calamar, it's like quite rare. So it's like a calamar mafia. You need to order it. You have fishermen and fishmonger. It's very, very important. You cannot buy from the fishermen in Batroun, even if all of them are very dear friends, but they have a deal with the fishmongers, and they should sell to the fishmonger, and the fishmonger will sell away, but not the fishermen straight away. They can give you the fish for free, they can give you gifts, but not sell. Voila, we're done. I'll make a sauce with 2 tablespoons of tomato paste and a bit of lemon too. And I'll put it in a hot oven, 200 degrees centigrade oven, for 1.5 hours.
Few places illustrate as vividly the notion that food reflects the country more than Lebanon. Entertaining here is often more than a celebration. In a fragile world, it's a validation of the resilience of a country in and out of conflict.
Maybe I come from a country that had conflict and wars, and where maybe we understood the importance of being alive more than elsewhere. We don't have electricity all the time. We look like living in Alice in Wonderland, there are parties and it's wonderful and it's very sexy and everything, but there are still so many problems on a practical level and in people's mind and heart too. So when we come from this, it's always great, I still have 5 minutes to live, what is the best I'm going to do out of it?
In Lebanon for Monocle, I'm Tom Morris.